Audio Jungle.
Campbell confirms discussions regarding possible Senate and board appointment for Roe, says no offer of $15 million. People's National Party PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell has confirmed that discussions were held with Kingston Central caretaker Lawrence Roe regarding the possibility of him being appointed to the Senate and a state board under a future PNP government. Roe, who resigned from the People's National Party after he was replaced by retired Senior Superintendent of Police Steve McGregor on Sunday, had made social media posts suggesting that he was forced out amid a breakdown in negotiation involving a promised $15 million in resources and board appointment to the State Housing Agency and a seat in the Senate. The PNP had responded saying that Roe's claims were scrupulous. However, speaking with Emily Shields, the host of Radio Jamaica's call-in program Hotline, Campbell admitted that some of Roe's claims were discussed by the PNP. Campbell responded yes to Shields' question of whether there was an agreement from the leadership of the PNP on the proposal for Senate and board appointment for Roe. However, Campbell said Roe was told that there is no possibility for financial compensation. I had a discussion with him if he would want to be employed in the future PNP government. Obviously, persons there are employment opportunities in the country, and once the person is competent, they can be employed in different capacities. But to say that there was an offer of $15 million, whether in cash or resources, no, the PNP General Secretary stated. Campbell also insisted there was nothing improper about the discussion surrounding Roe's possible appointment to the Senate. To say we have discussed it and this is a possibility because this person does have the capacity to serve there, I can't fathom how that can be something untoward, Campbell argued. In a statement, National Integrity Action NIA said the situation underscored the importance of implementing robust anti-bribery measures to ensure transparency and integrity in the country's political system. If these statements are factual, the offer to Roe would continue instead of reject one of the most damaging features of the Jamaica politics and governance, NIA stated. The organization highlighted that positions of authority in ministries, departments, and agencies, and on the boards of public bodies are often given as rewards for party loyalty or contributions to election campaigns. Similarly, the organization stated the appointment of persons to the Senate should not have as a primary consideration failure to win or be nominated for a seat in the House of Representatives, as has often been the case in the past. Woman hit by a car while crossing Mandela Highway dies. The woman who on Wednesday night was hit by a car while attempting to cross the Mandela Highway in Central Village, St. Andrew, has succumbed to her injuries in hospital. Kimisha Thompson, 27, a cosmetologist of Washington Drive in Windsor's Heights in Central Village, passed away on Thursday. The incident is being investigated by the police. It is reported that about 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, Thompson was crossing a section of the highway in the vicinity of the Sherwin-Williams when she was hit by a Nissan Caravan motor vehicle. She sustained severe injuries and was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital where she was admitted. She later died. Williams says Swaby attempting to distract from lack of transparency and hush money scandal. Deputy Mayor of Kingston, Delroy Williams, is rejecting statements made this week by Mayor and Chairman of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, Andrew Swaby, as a weak attempt to distract from lack of transparency and bad governance practices, which have plagued the corporation since the People's National Party resumed control. In a press release on Friday, Williams cited recent comments by Swaby regarding a breach of the building code by a company owned by PNP councillor Dennis J. Garden. Swaby has said this occurred under the leadership of the Deputy Mayor, Delroy Williams, who was mayor at the time and responsible for the administration of the council and its committees. It is critical that our discussions remain fact-based. In his response, Williams said, I note attempts by Mayor Swaby to conflate issues raised regarding the structure built illegally and without a permit by the Jackden Group and minor variations which have been resolved concerning a development pursued by Estate Bridge, which had a building permit required to commence construction. Williams alleges that in the case of Jackden, not only was construction and an opening of the building pursued without a permit, but a stop order, which was put in place by the KSAMC in 2023, was violated. During the time of the building breach, Councillor Garden sat at the KSAMC Building Committee. Mayor Swaby's statement suggesting culpabilities by the former leadership of the KSAMC is a brazen attempt to distract from the lack of transparency and breach of good governance principles which had plagued the KSAMC during his tenure and the hush money scandal which is rocking his party, Williams contended. He is now calling for an explanation to the country following PNP caretaker Lawrence Rowe's comment alleged that PNP plan to use KSAMC resources for partisan purposes and in their bid to win the central Kingston constituency. PNP urges protection of workers' rights amid redundancy payment debate. Jamaica Waiver Hines, opposition spokesperson on Labour, has raised concerns surrounding discussion about removing redundancy payment protections from Jamaican labour laws. Hines, in a statement on Friday, emphasized the critical role redundancy payments play in providing financial security for workers in the absence of a mandatory pension system. These payments offer relief and stability for workers as they navigate the uncertain period between jobs. They also acknowledge the years of service employees dedicated to their organizations and provide a vital safeguard against arbitrary dismissals, Hines stated. According to Hines, redundancy payments, which are calculated based on the duration of an employee's service, serve as one of the few protections available to Jamaican workers in a labor market with limited safety nets. It also acts as a deterrent to companies that might otherwise resort to redundancy as a means to similarly terminate employees, Hines explained. Removing these protections would erode workers' rights and leave them more vulnerable to exploitation. Hines urged policymakers to consider alternatives that balance the needs of both employers and employees. If redundancy payments are to be removed, they must be replaced with a robust unemployment insurance system. This would ensure that workers are protected financially while giving employers greater flexibility in managing their workforce, he suggested. In this regard, Hines said, unemployment insurance system funded through contributions made during the salary payment cycle would create a sustainable safety net for workers and offer employees the flexibility to right-size their workforce without undermining employee security. Hines reaffirmed the People's National Party's unwavering commitment to defending workers' rights and called for a constructive dialogue among all stakeholders. The dignity and security of our workers must be central to any legislative decisions. We stand ready to collaborate with unions, employers, and policymakers to ensure that our labor law remains fair and reflective of the needs of the Jamaican people, he concluded. BPO sector saddened by passing of Patrick Casserly. The outsourcing industry is expressing deep sadness at the passing of Patrick Casserly, a stalwart and pioneer of the business process outsourcing BPO sector in Jamaica. In a release, the Global Services Association of Jamaica (GSAJ) President Wayne Sinclair noted that Casserly paved the way for this industry when he took the risk about a quarter-century ago and started his own contact center in the Montego Bay Free Zone area. Our members across the board has given a range of emotional feedback about their experience with Patrick, Sinclair stated. Patrick was an entrepreneur who has left an indelible mark on the BPO sector through his company e-Services. His innovative mind and unwavering commitment to developing the sector created at time the largest locally owned outsourcing company in Jamaica. He not only created thousands of jobs, but he empowered and developed many leaders who later on went to become leaders of larger multinational companies. He was an excellent member of the Montego Bay Free Zone community, and we are deeply saddened by his passing, but his contributions are deeply etched within us, the Free Zone and BPO Jamaica history, he added. GSAJ board member Jean-Marie DeLond Barrett described Casserly as a true legend. Patrick had a unique ability to see potential in others, and like many, he gave me the opportunity to grow and truly understand the industry. His warmth and generosity touched everyone he met. A people leader, and no matter who you are, Patrick treated you with kindness and respect. His legacy will live on in the countless lives he's touched and the indelible mark he made in our hearts. He was a true legend, Dylan Barrett stated. Mr. Patrick Casserly was a great boss, a boss with a difference, who looked out for his employees to ensure They were comfortable working for him, said Antonio, a former employee of the E-Service. Marie White noted that Mr. Kessler was a remarkable leader, mentor, coach, and friend. His leadership has been a guiding light in my career, illuminating the path towards professional growth and development, and his impact and legacy will live on, she stressed. GSAJ lauded Kessler is a pioneer leader in 2021 and will be looking at ways to memorize him this year. Kessler died on Wednesday after a long battle with cancer. He was 58. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.